Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here, and I'm back for another crafty video. So today, well, first of all, let me just explain a couple of things. I've stopped doing Facebook Lives because Facebook used to be able to, when I went live, I used to be able to then, once I'd finished, save it to my device so that I could share it on my YouTube. So I've stopped doing the lives now because Facebook have taken that facility away. You now can only do it if you have a camera and a computer. So I only have a computer for work, and that's provided by my employment. And I don't have a camera in order to be able to sort that kind of setup up. I have a nice digital camera, but it doesn't do video. And I have a very old digital video camera, but it doesn't stream. So okay, so it's not happening until either I can afford to buy those pieces of equipment that I need, or if I reach 1,000 subscribers on on YouTube, I will be able to do lives on YouTube. But again, at the moment I can't because I don't have any other kind of video setup, because you can do lives on YouTube if you have 1,000 subscribers using your phone. If you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you have to do it using the same setup that you need to be able to go live on Facebook. So anyway, I've explained all of that. So first of all, please like and subscribe if you really like what I do here. That'll help me obviously to build my channel and be able to do these things. And you know, if you so wish, if you want to help support me and try and help me buy a camera, then you can buy me a coffee on Buy Me a Coffee, and the link is in the description. So anyway, I'm not here to sell anything or do any of that. I'm here to craft today. Okay, the next thing I need to speak to you about, so we're going to be doing more on the Christmassy thing, but the next thing I want to speak to you about is to do with subscribers. Yesterday I reached 500 subscribers. Well, I'd reached it on Thursday, 500 subscribers, and then it dropped back down to 499. And I did say that once I reached 500 subscribers, I would give something away. Now, and then when I dropped back down again, I thought, oh, I don't have to find something now. But then I went back up to 500 subscribers. So at the time of making this video, I was at 500 subscribers. Therefore, I'm going to do a giveaway. What am I going to give away? I'm going to give this away. Okay, so this is, let me just put it on a bit of a background where you can see it, because it's green, I realise. So this is something I made a while ago. I can't remember how long ago, and I did make a video for it. And if I can find the video, if I can find the video, I will put it in my description. That's if I can find it. It was a long time ago. I have made 200 videos now. So yeah, so this is just something I made, and all of the bits that are shoved into here are all bits that you will also get. So you're going to get all of these little bits that are, when I say shoved, obviously I mean placed nicely into here. So all of these extra additional things. So this is just a little journal that I made. Well, it's kind of a folio pockety thing. Oh, there's a hand just coming on the left hand side, and that was Brian. He's here. He's just made me a coffee. So all of these little things that go into this little folio are all going to be part of the giveaway. So all of this, and it's magnetized, so it opens like this on a clasp. Sorry, let's open it the right way up. Yeah, so all of this, so this kind of little rosette thing, all of the cards that are in here, all of these, they're all going to be part of the giveaway. Okay, so if you want to be involved in that giveaway, if you want to be taking part, because I realize some people don't want to be part of the giveaway, and some of you might be thinking, why on earth would I want that? Okay, well, if you're one of those people, don't say anything, obviously. Now, if you want to be involved, I'm not expecting everybody in the description to want to be involved, in the comments to want to be involved, but if you do want to be involved, what I would like you to do is I would like you to give me a thumbs up, yeah, and so like the video, yeah, and then also in the comments bit, please also, so I'd like you to also subscribe if you haven't already, okay, because this is for my subscribers, to subscribe if you haven't already, and then also make a comment in the description, sorry, in the comment section. So in the comment section, I would like you to say, please include me in the draw, and then I will do a draw randomized. I'll use a piece of software to randomize it, and whoever gets it, I will then contact you, and we'll arrange, you know, how we can exchange your address, etc., and I will send it to you. So you can be anywhere in the world. I will post it to you. Okay, so there we go. If you want to be involved, you just need to give me a thumbs up, so like the video, subscribe, put a comment in the comment section, saying that you'd like to be involved in the draw. Okay, and that's all I need you to do. Okay, so I did say once we reached 500 subscribers, I would do a giveaway. When I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will do another giveaway. It'll be one, I'll probably give one of my journals away once we get to that stage. So anyway, that's it. So this is what you're going to get from me. Okay, so it's a bit of me coming to you. Okay, moving on. So what am I going to make today? So what I want to make today is I want to make something like this, yeah, to go into my new Christmas journal. So I was thinking I'd quite like something like this in a pocket at the front. I'd like to make it so it fits in the pocket, and I'd like it to be in more Christmassy kind of style. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing that. So this is the paper I thought about using. If you can hear noises in the background, I'm really sorry if you find it distracting, but Brian is currently doing something and I don't know what. Sorry, I'm just having a drink because otherwise I get really dehydrated. So I want to use this paper, and I want to make sure it fits into my pocket. So it has to be, let's see, if we stuck that down, would that fit? Yes, it would. Okay, so we want it to be a similar sort of size to this, and I made this so long ago I can't remember how wide it is. So this is 11 centimeters wide, so it's 4 1/3 inches wide. So let's make it 4 inches wide, okay, and then we'll know it fits. Okay, so that means then we just need to cut it down to at least that. So width wise, we're going to cut it down to 4. So I really like what's on the back of here, but it's we need to be able to make this, and I want to make it with this red, so we're going to cut it down to 4. So this is crafting on the hoof today, because I was going to make something completely different, and then I realized it wouldn't fit so in the journal that I was planning to fit it into, so I've had to revise what I'm making. Okay, so this is basically made from as wide as you want it to be, and it's just basically the length of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Okay, so then you have a little fold at the top here, so you actually fold it twice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my scoreboard, okay, because this has inches on it, and I'm just going to, doesn't matter which way up this goes, really, technically it doesn't. So I'm going to fold it over at the top by an inch. We're going to go an inch, we're going to go a little bit less. So the inner one, so when we open this up, I can just show you from the side. It folds round first, okay? So I'm going to make this the inner one slightly smaller. Sorry, just having a think about this. Just having a think. Yes, it's slightly smaller. So we're going to make it 1.5. Well, no, not 1.5. That would make it bigger, Dave. We're going to make it 3/4 of an inch. Okay, we're not pressing down too hard on it. We're just lightly scoring it. I should have it the other way up, because otherwise I am going against everything I normally say. Because a valley becomes a mountain. So you push in, and then when you bend it, it sticks up. So That's how to remember which side to score. Okay, and again, it's going to be the same again, but this time we want it to be just slightly bigger, so it's going to go to there. Okay, so what that will give us is, if we just fold this, we'll fold once, and then you see it doesn't quite meet this line, and that means there's plenty of space for this to now fold over again. Okay, so that's going to be our inside. And so then what we want is, we want to make sure that this tucks under here. Okay, so it's less about measuring where your score line is. Move that out of the way. It's more about just curling it round, seeing where it comes to. Yeah, you want it to kind of just fit in under there, but without it being, you don't want it to go right the way up. So if you see it from the side, what you don't want it to do is, you don't want it to go right the way up to here. Okay, you want it to kind of just sit under that line. So can you see there how it just sits underneath? Camera's a bit higher up than I normally have it for some reason. So, well, camera, the iPhone. So it's going to be just about there. So it'll just sit under that flap. And that way then, that means that the thing that holds this all together, so your brad and your gluing, doesn't get in the way of this. So I'm going to now try and keep it all nice and nice and straight. And then just go to there with my finger, get my bone folder, and then just like fold that through. Now, don't worry about any cracking on it, because we're going to be decorating it and you're not even going to see that. Okay, so now I've decided I've got that there. I put myself a window in this one. Okay, and we're going to do a similar sort of thing. We're going to have a window in this. Now, how did I make the window? Well, how I made the window was, I think I used my oval punch on this one. So what I did was, I punched either side of it. I can get this through, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to show you what I did. I just went as far as it goes, butts it up, punched it, and went the other side and punched it. So you don't have to use an oval, you could use a round, and punched it, and then I just like joined the two edges up together. So it's an easy way to make a window if you don't have a die to do it. So this one, I'm going to do a similar sort of thing, but I'm going to do it with a circle. Okay, so I'm going to, sorry about how disgusting my punches are, but as I was saying to, well, I think I commented on Sue from Paper Inspirations, her video about if her craft room was tidy, we'd all be a bit suspicious of her. So trust me, nobody's ever suspicious of me, how tidy my craft room is, because it isn't tidy. In fact, I think that's what Brian is currently doing at the moment, trying to clear up the back. So I'm going to just pop that one out there, and I'm going to turn it round, and I'm going to try and line it up. It might not line up properly, but we're going to give it a go and see if we can get it somewhere to line up. I'm trying to line it up with, so I've just lined it up and then let go of it. I'm trying to line the top of this circle up with the top of this circle. So we're going to go for, I think that's about right. Is that about right, Dave? Or do you want to go a little bit further up? Right there. Okay, this might not be right because I might have just moved it. I'm going to pop that out. Okay, so now what we've got is, we've got perfect for spying on someone through. Well, it is if your eyes are that close together. Now what we've got is, we've got these two round shapes that we can now, if you put your ruler at the top of the very top of this circle and at the very top of this circle, oh my gosh, they are perfect. See how that line is just perfect on the edge of this. My ability to do things like that sometimes scares me. And then all we're going to do is, we're going to cut a line between the two on that side, flip it round and do the same on this. So butt it up against the top of this circle, use your nail to kind of give you a hand, do the same on that one, slightly more that way, that one on that one, and then do the same cut a line between the two, and then there you go. You've just made like a lozenge shape in your, that's slightly out, Dave, lozenge shape in your the front of your book, notebook thing pad, nuts, that, yeah, that. Anyway, there we go. So I've just straightened it up. Okay. So that's our little window. So that's the outer bit of it. Okay, now what I did also is, you see here, I've got a bit of what looks like glassine, but it's actually not. It's my own homemade version of glassine. So that's the next thing we're going to do, is we're going to make ourselves a bit of glassine. So I'm going to grab a bit of tissue. So this tissue, I don't actually say tissue, I just say it because, like, when I was growing up, all the children's programs I used to watch on the BBC, they used to say tissue, and it's kind of a bit of a tongue-in-cheek joke about that. So I'll put that back in there. Stay in. Right, let's move, just shove that on the window ledge, Dave. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a bit of this tissue. I'm going to find a bit that's got a bit of an interesting piece in it. This bit here, this will do. I'm going to tear it, just to make it, doesn't have to be perfect. Just tearing it out at the moment. I'm not using a lot of it. Tear it out. So I will link the video down in my description where I did this properly, but I'm just going to do a quick one. I'd love to show you that side, but it's disgusting. So I'll flip it over and do this side. This is just a bit of that non-stick oven liner. Now you can get craft versions of this, but they're expensive. So I just buy the cheap version, which is using one of these. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get some, so this is watered down Mod Podge. Now this one has got vintage photo in it. Actually we'll probably use the one that doesn't have, if I can find it, which it's on Brian's side. So this is just watered down vintage, no, this is watered down Mod Podge, just plain. That's just 50-50 water to Mod Podge. And all you're going to do is you're going to lie it down like this, and you're just gonna put some Mod Podge all over it, and that's all you're gonna do. Okay, you just want to get it all nice and wet. Now this isn't going to tear like it would do if it was napkin. You can do this with napkin, but bear in mind that that does tear. Okay, and you're just going to paint over it, all over it. You see, I'm not being too sparing with it. I'm just painting it all over. And what you want to do is you kind of want to get it as nice and wet. So basically you're going to push all of that moisture into the tissue itself. Okay, paint it all over. Don't worry about the wrinkling. Okay, as you can see, as you paste it, it kind of stretches it out a bit. Okay, don't pull too hard on it. It is still wet tissue. I think I've just pulled a bit hard on that bit there. Never mind. So that's it. Okay, now what you need to do is you need to dry it. So that's what I'm going to do now. Dry it. So hopefully you can hear me still. I did put my microphone on. I put my microphone on last time and I don't think it was working because you could hear everything in the background and not a lot of me. Well, enough of me, but not as much as you normally hear. So we're just going over it, drying it all. I might speed this up, depends on if I edit it. If I don't edit it, then you've just got me talking to you while I dry it. So the thing is, you can't what would speed this up is if this was porous and you could lift it away from the mat and it would dry quicker because you're pushing the air out. But you can't do that because this is not porous, because that's the whole point of it being used as a non-stick mat. It'd be a terrible non-stick mat if it was porous, because it would all just go soak through into what you were doing behind. So I'm just going to make sure this is all nice and dry. Okay, so let's just peel this up a bit. So you have to be very careful when you're peeling it up. You have made it a little bit more robust by putting Mod Podge on it, but you have just made it thinner as well. Well, not thinner, more fragile as well. Basically, you're going to have to kind of peel around the edges, get all the edges up. I'm not worried about what the edges look like. You can tell whether it's not dry enough yet, because it won't peel up so easily. So you can see that this is quite wet, this one. Now, if I had more time, I would leave this to dry much better than I have done. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lift it up. Now, once you've dried it a little bit with your heat gun, I would probably leave it to dry naturally itself without touching it or poking it or sticking your finger in it to see if it's dry, or any of those things, those techniques that we all like to employ when we're trying to speed something up. But what I'm doing now, see, I've peeled that off and that's still quite wet, that side, and I've just flipped it over. Now I would leave it to dry completely and it will be fine. You wouldn't need to turn it over, but I'm doing it like this simply because I'm on a video, and you know, nobody wants to sit and watch glue dry, because I tell you now, it's no more exciting than watching paint dry. So we're going to do it this way. So we're drying it off, and what you'll start to get is it will start to go more crinkly, more oldie, more stiff, sort of glassine-like in texture. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just take it off this mat, because this mat is now more sticky than the thing is. And yes, I did just throw that on the floor. My mat wasn't clean, so it's picked up some stains, I think that's alcohol ink from when I was doing some alcohol inking, but I'm not worried about that because it all adds to the oldie, vintagey kind of feel to it. And so you can see now how it's gone more translucent. So it's stuck to itself there. So I think it goes so this is a technique I came up with just to kind of try and I can't afford to buy proper old vintage glassine. I just came up with a way to be able to do it myself. So it's a bit like my old making my own old sellotape, because I came up with that because, you know, I wanted some old sellotape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look, then see how it's gone nice and crisp and almost glassine-like in feel. So that's the exciting bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look about what bit Worcester's just come in. It's just gone on. So I think I might have it like that. Oh, yeah, Worcester's definitely here. He's singing to you, by the way. You know, for those of you that don't appreciate his singing, I don't know why. Uncle Brian's called him away now. He's getting a bit of a fuss, so don't worry. He didn't just go away. He wasn't being completely ignored. You know something, the best thing about making your own version of glassine is you can do stuff like this, where you just go, oh, you know what, don't need that, cut that off, get rid of it, because you're not thinking, oh, don't want to waste this because this is like expensive, and you can just be free to do as you wish. So I'm going to put that there. Let's see, we need to cut that bit down to there, and we're going to cut this bit off about where that text is. So cut that there. The other thing about this is because it's genuine artificial you can glue it down with glue, because you know it's going to stick, because you've just used glue on it. So whereas if you used some glassine, some artificial glassine, I think Brian's getting Worcester excited if you just heard him make a barking noise. So yeah, if you were using faux glassine that some people make, you make it with wax, and when you make it with wax, what happens is it stops being sticky, because it turns it into like wax paper, which is used as non-stick. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick this down. We say we're going to stick it down. We'll find some glue. That's there. If you can hear banging in the background, there's not mass shootings or anything going on. It's November the 7th, November the 7th. It's still the weekend of bonfire night, really, for us in the UK. So
Diwali as well.
Oh, and Diwali, of course. So we've got a bit of multiple celebrations going on. So that's the reason why you can hear, if you can, hear banging in the background. That's what it is. It's not Brian and Worcester. So, and then what I'm going to do is I've just glued around the edge of there, and I'm just going to glue around the edge of this window. I really need to get a nib for this. This is my art glitter, and I think it just comes out, because it's quite liquid, I think it comes out too quickly without a fine tip, but I don't have one, so we're just doing it like this. So I'm going to just smooth it out with my finger, and then I'm going to pick this up, flip it over. Now remember, this goes up this way, so this needs to be the right way up. So it's going to be upside, if you're holding it towards you like this, it's going to be upside down to you. So we're going to do it like that. Stick that on there. And just make a nice little window. Like that. Just stick it down, make sure it's all nice and dry. I'll just bring my heat tool out and just give that a bit more of a dry. Nicely, there we go, that's better. Cool, okay, so we've got that in there, okay, and so now what we need to do is we need to get some bits of paper. So scrappy bits of paper you're really looking for. So you could really get out if you want little bits of book page, etc. So let's just get that out. I'll cut it all down in a second. We can have some of that. No, we need note paper, scrappy bits. Actually, could you pass me some coffee dye? Yeah, scrap pieces, that's fine. Brian's just walked into the room at the wrong point. Well, the right point for me, the wrong point for him. So, because I just said, can I have some scrap bits of coffee dye? And this is what we're just going to make the notepaddy bit of this. There's a bit of onion paper, a bit of graph paper, a bit of what was that? I was trying to explain that to you, and then I forgot what it was called. Envelope paper. You know what I could have? Just thought what I could have that I don't currently have. front of me. All the I need, wherever it is. Oh, it's not there. Red. Oh. Brian has just found specimen A while he was tidying up. There's a bag of 2 pears that clearly I'd forgotten about, and they were in a Ziploc bag and they were decomposing. So, so lovely. The things you find in this craft room when you're not looking. Right. Okay. So you're making your note paper that goes in here. So let's get the example one. Oh, sorry, moment. I had a moment of where did I put it? Okay, so on this example one, all it was just loads of pieces of scrap paper in here to make like a little notepad thing. That's really all I'm making that's going to go in here. So all you want to do is you want to make sure that it goes right up to the top of this fold. Yeah, and then you can have whatever size paper you like. You can have it so that it's a bit wonky. So, you know, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a perfect square. Okay, get that bit off and then do this on this side. So we've got one, and then you just keep making more bits. So we'll just do this. We'll do this together, shall we? I'm going to make that, I'll actually tear that bit off. So anyway, yeah, so don't be too precious about it. It's just you're making a junk journal. You can be as junky as you like. So obviously, you know, when I say junky, don't be a junkie. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm not advocating being a junkie, okay? And I'm not saying anything against it either. So I am indifferent to it. You know, just carry on, Dave. Then like you never said anything. So just gathering together some little bits. This is from a journal that was made, a Coventry journal. So that was for my mum and my auntie last year. So put that in there. Might as well use it up. So put those little bits in my scrap paper bits that's about to collapse any moment. That can go in there too. Put a bit of this in it. Tearing it down, it doesn't matter what it looks like. Now then I just have to decide which way am I going to have it round. So I'm going to have it so that you can see the yellow, or am I going to have it so that you can, yeah, let's have a bit of yellow in there, pop of colour. Maybe I'll just try to have them so there's sort of cascade in order of size. It's not terribly important. Yeah, do I want a few more pieces? I think I probably do. Now what I wanted to find is I did have some dyed paper, didn't I? I had some red inked up paper, but you know, the chances for me ever finding that again is slim to none. Probably not going to happen, to be fair. No. Why would that? Why would I even know where I put that last week? It was only last week as well, ironically. Oh, I've got this though. Let's have a bit of this in it. This is a bit of play paper, you know, when like you just mop up the inks that you've got on your desk. I tried to kind of just mop up my inks and use them in some way. I think I might have it that way round. Now that off, where's that going to go? Somewhere in there. Yeah. Might have that a bit further up here. Yeah, I'll do. Do we have any other colours while we're searching? Try and go for that little bit of that pop of pink just there. Anyway, so I tried to think of what I was going to say, but no idea. Why would I even do? I don't know what I was doing, let alone what I was saying. Right, okay. All right, Dave, that's enough now. It's going to end up like being War and Peace otherwise. So all you want to do is it doesn't matter. You don't want them to hang out either side, okay? So you want to kind of just shuffle them together. They don't have to all line up though. But what you do want to do is make sure that they all come to this edge, okay? And that's because they're all going to go in there. So now you're thinking, how on earth am I going to hold them in there? Easy. All you're going to do is you're going to make a hole in it. Just a hole. It's only a hole. It's not even all of the hole. So it's not a hole, it's just a hole. Shut up, Dave. And I'm just going to make a hole in here. Try and get it somewhere close to being in the middle, but, you know, close to is... It's not a definite, is it? There isn't a target on it. And all I'm going to do is, just because like I'm going to let go for a few minutes, I'm going to just peg it with a peg. Peg soup, peg soup, peg soup, oh peg, my peg soup. Yeah, shut up, Dave. Right, there we go. So in here, I think I've got some breads, Janet bread. Oh, didn't need to tip them all out like that. Will that go in there? Yes, it will. Now, do I have an image that is semi-Christmassy? So they have little dome things, these. Bought these ages ago, and then clearly I've not used them. So, probably because I can't get them out. Oh no, there you go. So these are, I think these were Tim Holtz ones. They're old stock stuff. Tim Holtz, you probably won't find these anywhere. Are there any more? No, just these. Right, what do I want then? Let's go for Lux Hotel. So I think these are just sticky stickers. Like I say, when I say I think, it's only the only reason why I don't know is because they're so old. I haven't used them very much. I'm just going to stick that onto there. Yep. Put that onto there, and then I'm going to put this dome on it. I am a dome and I live on a piece of non-sticky plastic stuff. Shut up, Dave. I'll stick this on here. Again, the sticky has gone from this sticky dome, so I'm just putting some glue down. It's just some 3-in-1 because it's already clear and it dries clear, so I can get the lining up done. So the only reason why I'm using, they all dry clear, but if you start with clear, when you're trying to get it the right way up, you've got more chance because it's not foggy and milky. And that's not a cartoon. That's scratchy and sniffy, isn't it? Not foggy and milky. So, anyway, job, Dave. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back, and that just helps to secure it in place and stops it spinning round and that sort of thing. I'm going to put a bit glue on here. Oh, sticky. Very sticky fingers. I'm going to unpeg it. I'm going to put that through there. And then I'm going to flip it over. Try and get it the right way up, Dave, because you just put glue on the back. And then I'm just going to flip these over on the back. Okay, you've squeezed all the glue out of it now, Dave, never mind. Just clean it up, give it a bit of rub it over, get a cloth actually, just a piece of muslin. It's only, I'm not saying you have to use muslin, it's only muslin because it just happens to be at the side of me. There we go. There we go, that's that. So that's our little thing, and that tucks into there. Okay, so all we need to do now is put everything back. Put put those back. Otherwise, if I don't put them back now, then they're never going to get put back, are they? We all know that that's what's going to happen with my desk. Right. You hear a crash, the all went on the floor. No, they didn't go on the floor. And they've all gone back in the tin. Oh, steady now. Right, okay, so now what we're going to do is going to just make it a bit more pretty. So, I'm going to chomp off the end, off the corners. And then the side, just to make it, like I say, just to make it look a bit more pretty. Yeah, that fits in there still. Okay. And then we're going to ink the edges. And I think we might put some things on it then, maybe. Don't know. I don't know. Don't push me. Don't pressurise me. Steady. Oh. It's a stupid place to put. I've got this that I'd mixed some of the Mod Podge in, and I'd put it in there and I couldn't get it out. So get some. I have ordered a re-inker, the only one in the country, from Art from the Heart, for my vintage photo, because I am running out and it's my favourite colour, so I want to be able to continue to use it. So I'm just going to put a bit of ink across that bit there. And like the back bit, don't worry about that. We'll come to that in a minute. We are gonna decorate this now. So this is when we can start worrying about all of those little bits that we think, oh, I'd really like to put something over the back of that. So we will. Don't worry. We'll put something over it. Okay. So that's that. Let's put the lid on my glue, Dave, wherever my glue is. There it is. Me glue. Okay, so let's decorate this with something. So maybe have, oh, I saw in here, might have one of these on it. Okay, what do we got? Gift tree, home, St. Nick, jingle. Quite like jingle. Right. Get the scissors out. I'm doing fussy cutting, so it's the Tim Holt scissors, as we all know. We have to make them feel holy. Well, they've got 2 holes in them anyway, so they are holy. Yeah. I know. I quite like jingle because I'm singing Jingle Bells in my head, so I can sing it to you if you like. If you want me to, oh, go on then. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells. I don't know. If you come to a UK pub during Christmas and they sing Jingle Bells, when it comes to the hey bit, it gets very rowdy. I think it's probably because, you know, drunken Brits, basically. We don't have a very good reputation. The drunk, not that I drink, but the Brits when they drink, because we can't hold our drink. That's why. So, well, we can hold it, but it might have an unsteady hand. Give me a couple of gin and tonics and I will have an unsteady hand. But I do like to sing even more then. And the Christmas Day one that we're going to do it live, that's the only live that we're planning to do now, because Facebook falling out. We'll do a Facebook live on Christmas Day. I did have a bin here somewhere, so I've just had to throw it on the floor because I can't find it. So that's the only one we're planning to do, because Facebook's decision to stop us from doing, well, not stop us, but their decision to make it harder for us to create content to go on Facebook and then share somewhere else. So anyway, now you see, I think I like that, but I think it needs something else. I think because it's a bit red, it's difficult. I might have to have that. I like that wreath. I have to have that wreath out of it. So let's just cut that. I quite like that greeting as well. I've got a really itchy top lip. I nearly stabbed my own nose when I went to scratch with the pair of scissors in my hand. So please be careful. Okay, so I think rather than me trying to fussy cut that pinked edge, I might just pink the edge myself. I'm just going to go across there. Cut that down. That might be the perfect thing to go on the back of this. To cover up that bit where the... I'll try and line those up and it might... Oh, that was no good at lining that up, Dave, was it? That's just completely wrong. No. Try again. That'll do. So, I thought maybe that might cover that up. Oh yeah, that's fine. We'll put that on there. Don't have to even think about it twice, because it fits. A bit like cats, if it sits, it fits. So I'm just going to put this on here. Just try and get all of those edges. Don't know why I've just picked this glue up. It wasn't like I would have used the art glitter glue. It just happened to be here. Just happened to be in front of me. It was in front of the art glitter glue, so I picked it up. I'm just going to stick that on there to cover that brad up. I mean, if you were sticking this down, don't worry about covering the brad up. You're not going to see it anyway. So you know, you might want to stick it actually into a book or something. But a book, a note, a journal, the thing, yeah, that thing anyway. So now I'm going to try and cut this out. More than this, I mean. I might have to just talk to you about my week while I do this. What I'll do is, rather than try to cut it properly, I will just cut it with a green edge to it. So I'm just going to kind of go round and follow it a little bit, and I will just talk to you while I'm doing it, because it's quite, I seem to be able to talk better when I'm concentrating. Well, I can't talk better when I'm concentrating. I can just talk, full stop. I wouldn't say it comes out any better. It's just still drivel whenever I talk, regardless of what I talk about. So I have, what has happened this week? Not a lot. I have been walking around the supermarket and the shops lately singing out loud. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, much to some people's displeasure. People shooting me dirty looks of like, how dare you talk about Christmas? It's only November. But you know, it is. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, take a look in the 5 and 10, glistening once again, with candy canes and silver lanes aglow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will chime, and the thing that will make them ring is the carols that you sing right within your heart. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that shoots is the wish of Barney and Ben. Dolls that will talk and go for a walk is the hope of Janice and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. So, there you go. That's it. That's my rendition of It's Beginning to Look Like Christmas, which is exactly what I've been singing in the supermarket, etc. In fact, I was walking around Morrison's, which is a store that's near my place of work. I can't remember when it was. It might, Friday I think it was. I don't normally go into work on a Friday, but we've had the server fitted recently and we've had it configured on Friday, etc. So it's my baby, the server, so I've had to be there. for it. So, and to manage people's displeasure at being disconnected. So anyway, I was in the supermarket on Friday and I was singing that, and I had some of the dirtiest looks ever. One person tutted and huffed as they walked off. So anyway, let's look at the middle bit out. Yeah, let's get the middle bit out. Just do that without. Sometimes I do that, and then I have my finger right behind it. So, which isn't obviously very nice when you stab it through your finger. At least it's red. I'll go with the red and green. But yeah, I don't know why what that particular song is the one that is most prevalent at the moment. It's possibly one of my favourites. Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe it's just constantly playing in my head now. It's my rhythm of life at the moment. So
it's your Christmas rhythm.
It's my Christmas rhythm. So Brian's just entered the room. So like he's now talking to me. So I'm very aware that you think I'm just replying to myself when he starts talking, because you can't hear him. So there we go. We'll cut that bit out. Now I like that, but I don't know whether it's going to fit now, Dave. Is it going to fit? We have it on here. I don't want it to be like too obvious and be like dead bang in the centre. Sorry if I've been distracted. It's just I can hear things and I'm feeling a bit distracted today anyway. So maybe I want to. Do I want to cut it down a bit? I don't even know whether I want it on there now. I think it might be too big. I think, you know, when I looked at it initially, I thought it was smaller than that. Okay, so I need something else that's greeny coloured, that's gonna go nicely. I don't know why it has to be greeny coloured. It doesn't have to be greeny coloured at all. Is that exactly the same? No, it's not. I don't know what I cut off the back of there. That was green as well. I don't know what that's from actually. Oh, it's a particular, one of those ones with a branding strip at the bottom. So maybe something from the branding strip. Let's cut that bit off there. I'll cut that off to about there. Just put this down with a blade. It's all right. I will put you back. Don't worry. Tim Holt scissors. Grabbing a blade from the blade end, not a good idea. So put that down. Pull that bit off. That bit down there. Yeah, I might just do that. I'm just going to cut this off. There. Where's my little, there it is. So this one, round the right way, Dave. Just going to make it a little bit more rounded on those corners. That one is so much better than trying to use the bigger ones with something that small. So I'm going to put that down there. Yep, I'm going to put that down there whether you like it or not. Let's use the art meter for the day. Let's see, it really comes out really runny. Down there, just wipe it over with my finger. Basically that's just kind of smoothing it out so it doesn't all just squidge out when you stick it down. Kind of got elements on there of Christmas, so it goes nicely. Christmas elephants, yes, as Brian has just piped up. Christmas elephants. He actually said Christmas elephants. So, because it's not at all like me to make any kind of elephant jokes when I talk about elements. I don't know, I quite like that one. There's quite a few on there now that I've looked at. I really like that. I don't want to kind of cut that up. I might use that as a card now I've cut it out. Maybe I'll put I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to cut out now. Put magic out. Put magic. Jingle magic. I'll just go for it, Dave. Knock everything over while I'm in the process of this. So I'm going to just cut this out. Just not fussy cut it. I'm not fussy cutting. I'm just going to cut round it and make it look acceptable rather than fussy cut. And also it makes it, if I do it like this, it will make it less samey looking both ends. So it adds to the magic of it. That's those to use a pun. Anyway, there we go. Jingle magic. We have jingle magic. Oh, let's get rid of jingle. Let's just have magic on there. Let's just put magic on there, and we'll be done. So,
There
we go. So, let's pop that on there, and that's it. Let's put that on there. Put that on there. Oh, and what I wanted to do as well is I thought I would. I've decided that I do want this on the front. So what I thought is I would glue this down in this video. And then I would also put in that pocket that I'm going to put that into on the inside of this. I'm not going to glue over this vellum bit because you'll actually see it through the other side. I'll just glue those two bits together on here. Because the problem with vellum is you can see where the glue is on it. Just cover all of this in glue just so it sticks down nicely. Get all of this, put this on the front because I've decided it's going on there. Just hold that down a bit. It's art glitter glue, so it should grab straight away. That's the right way up, it's fine. And then in here, I'm just going to glue my pocket down now as well. Yeah, just making sure it fitted. I just had a moment there I was thinking, does it actually fit? It does fit. I've already measured that bit. I'll put that down on there. The inside of there. So the rest of them I'm not going to glue in. So the other bits that I've got, because like I say, I like to just make sure that I'm happy with where they're going to go first. But this one I've looked at for a week now, and I've thought, yeah, I really like it where it is. Yeah, don't wreck it, Dave. We're in the process of trying to make it look nice. And it's still not stuck on that edge. Down, stick that down, and then this will go in there. But I don't want to rip the pocket at the moment. But we're going to put that inside there. Will it go? Oh, it's all right. It's fine. There we go. So that's it. So that's another bit made for the. So I will keep hold of these things. So I'll cut these things out, and I will keep hold of them because I will use them in another video. But that's it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you've got some. Sorry, put those back. Oh. So and I hope you are going to make something Christmassy if you haven't already. So unless of course you don't celebrate Christmas, in which case you probably won't. So anyway, thank you very much. My name's Dash of Dave. Remember, I'm doing a giveaway. This is what I'm giving away. All the bits inside it. It's to anybody can take part as long as you like the video, subscribe, and put a comment that you want to be included in the draw in the comment section on this video, and the winner will be picked at random. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it up for I'm going to leave it up for a week. Now I intend to upload it tomorrow, which will be Monday the 8th of November, and I will leave it up for a week. So that's up until Sunday the whatever that is of November. Sunday is I think Brian's trying to just find out for me. Is that right? Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Until Sunday the
14th.
Until Sunday the 14th. So please have liked, subscribed, and commented. If you're already a subscriber, then that's fine. All you have to do is like and comment. But do those things by the 14th of November, and then I'll at midnight on the 14th of November GMT, so Greenwich Mean Time, because that's the UK standard time. I will then put you into the draw. So anyway, hopefully you liked this video. Generally, if you don't want to be a part of the draw but you just want to like it, please do. Okay then, so that's it. Thank you very much. My name is Dave. I am Dash of Dave on YouTube, Crafty Moose on Facebook, and if you want to follow me, please do so. Just don't do it around the supermarket. So anyway, thank you very much. You all have a lovely evening, morning or afternoon, or whatever time it is with you. As I say, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. So look after yourselves. Take care. Speak to you soon. See you in the next video. Bye. Lots of kisses. Lots of hugs. And I'll see you soon. Bye.